So glad you're able to join me this Tuesday. And I want to encourage all of us about the seemingly impossible situation we're in. We are seeing different pieces of legislation coming down that are very much threatening our religious liberty. We are seeing the moral revolution be codified in law and in practice. And we're seeing the cancel culture really pervading everything that is going on around us. And I know many Christians feel helpless, but I want to remind you that Christians throughout history have felt helpless. You take the early church, God was mightily working, and yet the wrath of Herod came down upon them, the power of the Roman government, and you find the Apostle Peter in prison. You don't get out of a Roman prison. And that was just one of those things that was very discouraging for the church. They were meeting to pray, and prayer was made without ceasing, we find in chapter 12 of Acts, verse 5. And I think though they were praying, believing that God was going to help somehow, I'm not sure they really had the faith to believe that he would escape from prison. James had been killed in prison. But you know the story. The angel came, and the angel caused the gates to open, and Peter was freed. In verse 11, and when Peter was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel, and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the people and of the Jews. That was an impossibility. The government was not on the side of Christianity. The Jews and that Jewish leadership were certainly opposed to Bible Christianity. And yet God intervened and answered the prayer of the church, and God continued the dramatic move of the church forward. Rome could not stop it. No government could stop it. God continued to use his people to start churches all throughout the Middle East, over into Europe, all the way up to England, all the way over to China by the end of the first century. That is an amazing reality. My friends, we are not in an impossible situation. God can open the doors. He can cause us to be delivered. We need to focus on being the people of God that we ought to be. We need to learn to pray and trust him and to be faithful. May God encourage our hearts with the fact that he's the God of the impossible.